Let's begin right on hands and knees. Let's take a moment, drop the belly, lift the head, and activate the back body. As you exhale, empty, push the ground away. Do that a few more times, moving at a pace that feels right. And really emptying all the way out, lifting navel to spine as you tuck the tail. And breathing fully in. Again, emptying. And breathing in. One last time, empty out. Inhale all the way, arch. Take neutral spine. Let's wag the tail just a little left and right. And take a peek over the left shoulder, swing the tail to the left. Then peek over the right shoulder, swing the tail to the right. Come over to the left again, and then exhale for cat pose, tuck chin, tuck tail. Inhale as you arch and look over to the right. Take the gaze up and around, and over to the left as you empty for cat, and let's just stay in motion. Just connecting breath and spinal movement. And then circling in the other direction. Awakening. Find neutral spine. Swing the right foot off to the right. Roll onto right hand, right knee. Extend the left leg as you sweep the left arm across your ear line. Just activate the right side waist to expand the left side. Reach the left arm up toward the sky as you hover the left leg. And then bend the left knee, take hold of that foot, pull it into the glute first. So tucking the tail, it becomes a quadriceps opening. If you can, spin your hand to the big toe side of the foot, kicking back like you've strung a bow. Still a little long in the tail just to access the belly, rolling the chest toward the sky. Full body breathing. And releasing, same way you came in, extend fully, set it down, and then rock back onto all fours. And get a cat-cow in between. And a neutral spine. Second side, left foot swings off to the left, roll onto left hand, left knee, extend the right leg as you reach right arm across the ear. Doing this for sake of breathing and activating the left side waist in order to expand the right side ribs. Growing longer. Reach the right arm up, extend the right leg or hover it parallel to the ground. Stay active through the foot. And bend the right knee, take hold of the foot and bring it in close to the glute. Draw the tail down toward the back of your right knee, or just lengthen it so you can feel the quads. Circle the hand to the inner foot, the big toe side, to kick back, stringing a bow, rolling the chest toward the sky. You can let the head go. Keep this expanding energy at the shoulders, the connection to the deep belly. Oh, nice, good breath. And reverse it, extend, and set it all the way down. One last cat-cow round. And then take it into downward facing dog. And just go totally wild human animal, making the movements that feel intuitive and right. It could be rocking the hips side to side, bending the knees, finding some good, sweet, juicy pocket to breathe into. And let the whole body participate. And begin a little undulation at the hips. So they're rocking back and forth. And the lower back is moving, the knees can be bent. And then expand that motion to the mid-back, so you're really starting to rock, undulate. And then take it up toward the upper back, so you're waving almost toward plank, and then back. Toward plank, and then back. And really no wrong way to do it as long as you're aiming to move the spine. Staying connected to breath. A couple more times. And wave it all the way to plank. And then sits bones guide you back in for downward facing dog. Again, draw the tail underneath you, wave forward plank. This time, drop the hips, let yourself up dog with tucked toes. Draw the shoulders back, ignite the legs, lift the heart. Strong belly takes you back for downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg high. Good. Step this foot outside, right hand. Back heel rolls down, roll the left arm to the sky. A couple breaths to experience the expansion. And then roll down, hands all the way to the left, Skandasana. Right toes lift up. Left heel is down if you can, but if not, it's all right if it hovers. Hands to the heart as you look over right shoulder. Draw the hands back down, walk them to the top. Inside the foot, sweep the back heel, sweep the right leg up high behind you, and set the right elbow down, the left elbow down. This is a perfect place to stay, or hop in a little closer, really fire up the top leg. Keep pushing the ground away, let the head drop. Of course, I would never stop someone who wanted to go all the way upside down, but it's not necessarily a reason to. You can work your standing split this way. It's up to you. A couple more breaths. And maybe you can chaturanga in one swift motion right onto hands. If that didn't work, come on one hand at a time. Roll all the way through vinyasa. And back in for downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg high behind. Place this foot outside left hand. Ground the back heel, roll the right arm to the sky. So the hips expand, shoulders. And you can look down, both hands down over to the right side for Skandasana. Once again, left toes point up, hands to the heart. You can peek over the left shoulder. It's like you're pinning your right inner thigh out. Place the hands, pivot them back over to the front of the mat. Back heel lifts, left leg sweeps high behind. Set one elbow down and then the other. Drop the head. You can work this as dolphin split. Or maybe take a small hop inward just to intensify it a little bit. Still the left leg really lifts. You're pressing down firmly through hands and forearms so that the head clears the ground. If you're really called to tip this all the way in for forearm stand, you could. Maybe you just enjoy the soft opening, the strengthening, the lengthening. Maybe you can chaturanga. And otherwise, one hand at a time. Come all the way through. And back through downward facing dog. And set the knees down. Keep the toes tucked, draw the hands to the low back. Lift your heart. Keep firming in at the belly, so draw the tail down. This camel preparation, just 2 more breaths in it, finding articulation through the length of the spine. And then hands to the ground, empty out, cat. Neutral spine, roll back onto knees. So you can come back to where you were, exactly that, the camel prep, or come for full camel, taking hands to heels or ankles. So preparation is good. Draw the belly back, draw the tail down, lift the heart high. Invite this extension through the whole of the back. Tip back a few inches, and then hands come all the way back. A lift through the heart like crazy. And last inhale lifts you symmetrically. Arms up. Hands to the ground. Cat pose, empty out. And a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, come back for downward facing dog. Let's go sweet and juicy. Come onto the toes, soften the knees, tip the hips to the left. You can stay here or wrap the right leg around the left. Tip over into left side plank. Maybe wrapping for eagle toes. That second wrapping. And to unravel, draw the right knee up toward the left elbow. Kick the foot off. Fall in triangle. Left arm could cross the ear line for maximum length. And then roll down, slowly slide down right onto the right hip. See if you can gently twist your body forward or twist it gently rightward. So you get a little bit of a pigeon sensation, especially if you make the left hip really heavy. Just a few moments, lengthen and open. And then tuck the back toes, draw the right knee in towards your chest, step back, downward facing dog. Come onto the toes, soften knees, tip hips to the right. At first, enjoying the space being made. Welcome to stay here or wrap the left leg around the right. Maybe even you tuck the toes. Rolling into right side plank. There's beautiful heat being built. The unravel is to fall in triangle. So left hand comes down, left knee taps the right tricep. Kick that foot off to the side as you spin the back heel down, right arm reaching across the ear. Really press into the ground to arc the left side body up, finding space in the right side body. And then roll all the way down. Keep the leg long. See if you can slide the hip to the ground. This is pigeon-like shape. See to it that the back knee is pointing down to the ground. Heart is pointing forward. It's almost the sensation of twisting a tiny bit left. Keep the right side hip heavy. Stay light through the heart. A few more breaths. And then press down to the ground. Hug the left knee in toward the nose. Sweep this leg behind. Plant both feet downward facing dog. Wave it forward plank. Lower in your way. Back bend of your choice. Up dog or cobra. And back through. Downward facing dog. And step or hop through to sit down. Taking soles of the feet together, working the hips in close. Pause in this upright position, activating the knees downward, chin toward the sternum. If you're called to tip it forward, tip it forward. If it's really not comfortable, get some height underneath your seat. And arms can travel where they want to. And let's roll back up, scoop the knees together. Check behind you, come right into happy baby. So rolling onto the back, arms dive between the legs, grabbing outer edges of the feet. Sacrum stamps firmly on the ground as you rock a little left and right. And draw the feet together, bring the nose toward the toes, but try to keep the seat as heavy as it can be so it's moving down on your mat. And then lie back, split the feet, and let the right leg come off to the right. Nice and straight. You can always switch the grip if need be. And then through happy baby, the left leg lengthens off to the side. You can always switch the grip. Enjoying the inner leg lengthening. And back to happy baby. And we got one last little pose on the back, and this is a favorite, but it's a little strange. Taking the knees together, it's not really that strange. You lengthen the legs, you grab wherever you can, somewhere behind them, ideally toward the feet and above the knees. If you can reach the feet, fantastic, but you don't have to. And then you pull the legs in close, so it's a lot like we're just doing forward fold on the ground, except what happens is the seat lifts, so there's a little cheat there. So acknowledging the cheat, you're going to slowly, a vertebra at a time, try to draw the lower back down to the ground, still holding the legs in close. I find this gets little fibers of my legs that a forward fold doesn't necessarily. Keep lowering. Keeping the legs in close until finally the seat, or it's not really the seat, it's more like the tail or the sacrum is down on the ground. The legs really working to stay in close to the body. And then go easy on yourself. Point the feet up toward the sky. Allow the arms to relax. Pausing here in like a yoga nidra position. And then draw the knees in towards your chest. Extend the legs out long. Decide if there's any last pose you'd like to take, a fuller back bend, for instance. maybe an inversion. But as soon as you're ready, when you're ready, if you're ready, come on back for a Savasana, and we'll stay for 5 minutes. Inviting the brain to rest so that we might merge with the atmosphere, merge with the life and the consciousness that surrounds. Come back through breath. And through small, loving movements. leading into bigger movement, stretch of the limbs. And climbing up any way you like to. Thanks for practicing. Namaste.